Hello guys. So in the continuation of the video on how to invest in digital assets, in the second phase, we're going to be talking about how to set up the site. So in the last video, we were able to purchase the domain fashpal.com, okay, which is going to be fashion, kind of niche. So now, what we're going to be doing today, since we're using the free Google Blogger platform to host our site. We're going to create a Gmail account because you need a Gmail account to create a blogger account. You also need that same Gmail to apply for Google AdSense and other Google related services. So we're going to go straight ahead to create a Gmail account. So I want to create an account. You could just say for myself, that's fine. Then the first name here, Kingsley, and the last name here, Simon. Then username. So Fash Pal could have been taken, but let's just check. Okay. So we could try something else. Fash Pal HQ gmail.com. Okay, so I think that works. So then we're going to use the password. We're going to insert the password. Okay. Then we click on the next. Okay, so the password didn't match. Okay. Okay, so we click the next. Now it will ask for a phone number. So we're going to provide a phone number that it will use for verification. You know, when you open a Gmail account, they'll ask for a number. So 0813 853 6375. Okay, then the bit, and the gender male. So now click agree. Now we're waiting for the page to load, still loading. Okay, so our Gmail account has been created. Now we're going to use this Gmail account we've created to proceed. Oh, there's a temporary error. Could this be network? Okay, so just refresh and see what happens. So we're going to use this Gmail account to create an account on, what do they call it, on Blogger, Google Blogger. So now that we have our Gmail account, fashpalhq at gmail.com. So we will now proceed to Blogger, right? So you can type Google Blogger on your search, or you could just proceed to blogger.com directly, blogger.com. Or you could just type on Google Blogger, and it will come. So now we are here at blogger.com. So publish your passion your way, create a unique and beautiful blog easily, create a blog. So we're going to click here, and then it will ask us to sign into an account because it will require an account to sign in. So we select the fash file. So now it's asking for the name of the blog. So we say fash file. And next, this is the title that will be displayed at the top of the blog. Next, then the address fash file 2. Now this address is just the one that is assigned for the blogspot. It's not a problem. We can use anything much later. We're going to wire that name, whatever was is here, to our domain name fashpal.com. So we don't have any problem with whatever here. So we can say fashpal hq.blogspot.com. Okay. So then we click next. Then display name fashpal. Then we click finish. So now our blog has been created. Okay. So now if you want to check your blog, you scroll down, you see a view blog here. Let's open in a new tab. So this is how your blog looks like, your newly created blog on the Google Blogger platform. It's pretty simple. So you see the URL is fashpalhq.blogspot.com, and Google gives you a free SSL automatically. So that's another benefit. If you were to use a paid, the hosted one, probably you need to buy SSL or use one of the free ones available. But there are some platforms that do not have free ones. So this is how the site looks like, but this is not interesting and all that. So that's the reason why we need to either customize the site or install a new template entirely that looks different. So on Blogger, they call it template. On WordPress, it's called themes. So now I'm going to download a template rather, that I'm going to use to change the look and feel of the site to make the site look more professional and more good. But before I do that, I want us to familiarize ourselves with a couple of things here. So this is where our post is supposed to be shown. I can create a new post here. So this is where it's supposed to show. Okay. So then these are tags, labels. On WordPress, they are called tags, but here they are called labels. You use it to arrange or categorize or manage your content. All the content that are, maybe for men, you tag them under men so that when I click that label or that tag, all content related to men shows up. The same thing with women, the same thing with foreign fashion, and so on and so forth. Okay, so if I want to create a new post, I'm going to click here, new post. Then this comes out. So the title could be the most common fashion brands in Nigeria, for instance. So the body of the content, we will be taking a look at the most common fashion brands in Nigeria and why they are common among Nigerians. Okay. So for the sake of time, I'm not going to proceed with this. I can just copy this, repaste over and over again. Let me copy more. So now, after that, we have what we call, there are a lot of stuff here, paragraphs, headings, and all that. So you can use them to sort of paragraph, major heading. Okay, so that's a heading. You can also do the same thing here. Select these two and I give it heading. Okay, then I can also insert images here. Can upload, use from a URL or whatever on the image. Then you have the label here. So I could call this label Nigeria. Okay. Then the permalink, automatic permalink gives you this. But if I want a custom permalink, I could just say common fashion brands in Nigeria. Permalink is very important for SEO, search engine optimization. So location, that's not really important. Option readers. This way you allow comments or not. So that too is not really important. So that's basically what it is. Then you hit the publish button and your content is published. So if you go back to the home page and refresh, oh my network, oh not my network. Okay, something is wrong somewhere. Error. Probe. DNS probe finish. Okay. So now what we're going to do is that now that we have our blog set up on Google, we don't want to use this URL. So we need to connect our other domain down here. So the other things you see here are start. Start shows you the visit on the site. You see, like now it's already building up. Shows you this visit. Comment. It shows you all the comments that people have left on your blog. You can moderate them. Then earnings. This is where you create a Google AdSense account. We're not going to get here yet until we've set up the site, put a couple of content before we come here and create an AdSense account and apply for Google AdSense. So if you see, it says start earning from ads by creating an AdSense account. When you set up an AdSense account, will automatically place ad for you in all the best places. Already use AdSense, add fashpowerhq.gmail.com as a user to an it. Okay, so now then pages. You can also create pages on your Google Blogger pages, maybe the home, contact us, about us, which we are going to create. Those pages are important and are part of the requirement for AdSense application. So the next one here is the layout, where you see the layout of the site. You can edit the search, the sidebar, and so on and so forth. AdSense gadgets and so on. Then we have the theme, which is the template I talked about. So this is the current one that is here on the site. Okay. So we're going to, remove it. Now there's a place that says switch to first generation classic theme, and by doing that, it will switch you. I don't know why this guy is not coming up. Let me load from here again. The same thing. Okay, so settings here. Oh, the network is bad now. So let me restart the network. So settings here basically allows you to fill the basic information, the title, the description, the blog, default language, adult content, Google Analytics, favicon, privacy, you see, and so on and so forth. Now, publishing, blog address, you see here, this is where we can wire a custom domain. You see, click a custom domain. We're going to get to this soon. This is the where you have the HTTPS, the secure seal you have here. Then block admin permission and so on and so forth. Then reading list. This one is not that important. So now that we've gone through all this, the next thing we want to do is to connect or wire our domain to this blog so that when we're trying to access it, it will not go to fashpowerhq.blog, but rather it will take us to fashpower.com. So what it means is that we're hosting our domain here. We're connecting our domain to the hosting on the blogspot we have here, the blog that we have. So to do that, we'll come to settings, then under settings, we'll click on custom domain. See? So it will ask you for the custom domain which you're using, which is fashpal.com. Then you click save. They have an option to buy a domain if you want to buy it directly from here, but I wouldn't advise that. It will be expensive and you have to pay in dollars. So I click on save. Now it said blogs may not be hosted at naked domains. Example, please add a top level domain www. Okay, so I think it wants me to add www dot. Okay, so now after adding this, he said, we have not been able to verify your authority to this domain. On your domain registrar's website, locate your domain name system DNS settings and enter the following two CNAMEs. Okay, the first one is this gns.google.com, and the second one is this. So you see a support for instruction on how to do that. So now this is the part where you wire the domain to be able to communicate to this platform and allow your domain to be accessed, or allow this blog to be accessed through that domain. Sometimes it could be a little bit technical if you don't know what to do. So, and sometimes after you finish setting up, you have to give it some time to propagate and properly, you know, show the site and all that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this entire message and put it on a notepad so that I can have a clear view of what they want me to do. So there is what we call CNAME. So these are the CNAMEs they want me to use. The name www, the destination is ghs.google.com, and the second name is this code, and the destination is this. Okay, so pretty simple. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to head back to the hosting company where we bought our domain. So this is our domain we bought, fashpal.com. Registration date 21/01/2023, which is today, and the next due date is going to be 1 year from now, this same time next year, 2024. So now it's active, as you can see. So we're going to click this arrow down you see here. You see we have manage name server, edit contact information, auto renewal status, manage domain. So we click on this manage name server. Okay, so this is the place I told you about, that we can always change the name servers. Okay, so if we're using a hosting like Namecheap, SiteGround, we'll just change this to Namecheap or SiteGround hosting and save it. Then automatically this domain will be available on Namecheap, right, for us to host it there. But that's not what we're doing here. We're using the free Google Blogger, and their pattern is different. They are using a CNAME. You just need to update the CNAME to point to Google's CNAMEs. So after that, we're going to click on DNS management. We are not changing name server. We want to manage the DNS, the CNAME. That's what we want to do. So he said, Module could not find any existing DNS zone for this domain name. Do you want to create an empty DNS zone? Yes, create. Okay, so you see it has created the DNS. One, your domain name doesn't have the same name server as NS record in this DNS zone. So you see these are the DNS records. Okay, so here for instance, this type A, this CNAME MX. Okay, so you can add a new one. So now, based on the instruction from Google, we're going to add a CNAME www, which is here. Then the destination is going to be this guy. So if there's already a CNAME with www like the one we have here, we'll edit it. Okay, see, is a host name. So now from here we want to create a host name. So we put the host name is supposed to be www, right? Then the destination is going to be ghs.google.com. Then the type is a CNAME. Remember, CNAME. Then address of value. That is what that means. Then you click Save Changes. Now this could bounce back in some cases. Now I'm looking for the one we just created. Supposed to have supposed to be somewhere. Added DNS record successfully. Okay. So then the next one is going to be this, and the destination is going to be this dash div.dv.googlehosted.com. Then there's also a CNAME because they say the CNAME record. So we put that here and we click Save Changes. Okay. So I've seen this one, the second one that was done, which is this here, second one, and but I haven't seen the first one, which was WW. And I think the reason why that is not showing is because there is already a WW here, like I said initially. So what I'm going to do is just to edit this existing CNAME record that is there with that same hostname. See, this is it. So I could delete it so that when I create the new one I want to create, it will not conflict with it. So now put the WW here, then change it to CNAME, then I impute this here, then save changes. Okay, so you see we now have it here, www and the ghs.google.com, then we have the second one here. So now we have done what Google told us to do. So we click the save changes here. So that's basically what it is. Now, after this has been done, sometimes you need to give it time for the CNAME records to propagate. But there's no harm in trying. So we're going to go back to try and say and try to save this again once more. So, but sometimes Google might not, the propagation might not be complete yet, so you won't be able to, it won't go through, it will still show you this message. But if it happens that way, you just allow it for some time, maybe an hour or so, then come back and try again, it will go through. But let's just give it a try because there's no harm in trying. So we're going to click the save here. See, could not update settings, try again. Okay. So there's no harm in trying. We'll keep trying until the propagation is complete. So you can also refresh the page. It's not a problem. You can also do that. So, and like you see here, apart from the flash file, you can create multiple blocks on this same account, but I wouldn't advise that due to the nature of what we're trying to achieve. One Gmail, one AdSense account. So we'll not want to create, because if you create another block here, you want to apply for the AdSense, though you can still connect another one. But to keep things simple and less complicated, I think it's better to create another Gmail account and create another blog account. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Custom domain. www.fashal.com. Then we click save. Okay, so the same thing, like I said, just give it some time. Now, while we're waiting for that, we can proceed in uploading our new template rather. So to upload a new template, you go to this place, theme. Now you see you can customize, but we don't want to customize. We want to upload a new one entirely. We want to upload a new theme. So if I wanted to edit the template, this is where I'll come to and I'll be able to edit the template. But that's not what I want to do. So I want to upload a new theme. So I click on restore. So you said you can upload a theme from a file on your computer. So I click on upload and I already have the folder here. So I copy the URL of this folder and I paste here. So this is the clean blogger template that we downloaded earlier. Okay. So that's the new theme. I still don't know why this is not propagating. fashpalhq.blogspot.com. Initially it came up, then all of a sudden it disappeared. Okay, well, like I said, that shouldn't be a problem because we don't want to use that URL. Okay, so now we're going to pause for now and give it some time for the domain DNS to propagate. Then after that, we're going to continue the video. So for now, bye. Okay, guys, so we're going to resume from where we stopped the last time. So now you see the new template we uploaded is already showing on the front end, which is fashpowerhq.blogspot.com. Okay, so you see, and this is the post we created the other time, the most common fashion brands in Nigeria. So if I click on it, see, we have this. So now I love the theme because the template because it's simple and has a good navigation system, the menu on top, and a proper sidebar and all that. So it's going to be easy for users to navigate the site. And that's another important thing when it comes to applying for Google AdSense. You need to have a site that is very simple. Now, I have a plugin that actually analyzes the site and shows you this is zero. So the index, this website is not indexed on Google, everything is zero. So I'm going to click this for this domain and take it off. So now we need to customize things. We need to change the logo, change this menus and include menus that we want to use with our design. Then social platform and all this, change it to the social link we have. If we don't have, we remove them. Then edit all these parts and make them look well. Okay. Then add a couple of posts. This post is supposed to show an image because I did not upload an image during that time. So let's go back to the back end where we created this post. So here I can revert this post from published to draft. Here I can add apply labels to this post. Here I can delete it, move it to trash. Then here I can view it from the front end and see how it looks like. Okay. Then let's edit it by clicking on it directly. You're editing it. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to add an image. Okay, so probably We can do that here. Click here, upload image from your computer, from a blog, from a URL. So basically, I get all my images from pixabay.com. They're royalty free images. So let's search for fashion. So since we're talking about Nigeria, we can search for Ebony fashion, something like that, right? So we can use this. Okay, that's not from Pixabay. This is taking me to iStock photos. iStock actually watermarked and all that, so don't use them. So we could use this. So even though I don't want to save it on my computer, I can just copy the URL, copy image address, then head back here and say buy URL. So it gives me where I can paste the URL, then I say select. So this image automatically becomes, so I update the post. Then come back here and refresh. So you see this picture is showing here on this post. So let's do some customization, okay? There's no harm in trying. Nothing can get so bad that it can be fixed, so don't be afraid. So before we proceed, let me add another post. How to start a fashion brand in Nigeria. So let us take a look at how to start a fashion brand from an experienced fashion entrepreneur. So just like we did the other one, so now we're going to upload an image. Let's say African fashion. Okay, so we can use this, copy image address, or this time around, let's not copy image address, let's save it. So we're going to take it to, call it fashion brand in Nigeria. Then copy this URL that we're saving it so that we can easily access it. So we come back here and we click upload, upload from computer. It brings this, we click choose file, then we put this URL. So this is it. Click the image, it's loading. Select. Now we can increase the size, settings, original size, update. Okay, so settings, we can also say large update. Settings, we can also say X large update. So I think X large is better. So what was the title again? How to start a fashion brand in Nigeria. Then the permalink custom. Because if you allow how to start a fashion brand in Nigeria, well, that's fine. Let's still do it the custom way. So we click publish, confirm. So that's two posts. So we refresh here. We see we have the second post. Now our site is taking shape, and while we're doing that, we want to customize, remove this post style, features, blah blah, and replace it with our own customized menu. And that should be something like men fashion, women fashion, tailors, fashion houses, something like that, like a menu. Then we change the logo, then we customize this footer. Probably we don't need this random post tags and recent posts. We can remove this section. Then edit a couple of things here. Then on the sidebar, you can remove this about me, remove this. Then only allow recent posts, remove the search here, remove the categories here, remove the popular posts, the blog archive, remove this too, remove recent. Okay, we can allow recent posts. Maybe then this is like a display and a banner, add banner. So for now, since you've not applied for AdSense, you can also remove this because when AdSense comes, this is where it will show. Okay, so now that we've done that, while we're still doing what we're doing, we can still run back to our settings again and check if that guy has propagated. So www.fashpal.com. Click save. It hasn't, so we leave it. We go back. So now we want to customize our theme. So we come to customize. So there are different places to customize the theme. The layout, body layout, and so on and so forth. Then this is one of them. Then the second one is layout directly. So you see on the layout here, you have the whole structure of the site. So looking at the site, you can decide what to edit. See? So let's start from the top to the bottom, right? Widget recent post, no. So we edit this recent post, no, cancel. Random post, page navi result, label max fixed menu. So it gives a fixed menu, yes. So top add space. So this is the add space at the top. Okay, logo. So this is the logo. So now if we want to design a logo, we need to use this already existing logo as an example to get the same size and all. So you see, this is the logo they're using. So I can use a little help from Fireworks. Fireworks is a graphics design software that has been replaced with Adobe Fireworks and all that. But you know, we're still the old guys, so we still use the old tools because we have experience in using them. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this logo here, copy image, I bring it here. I create a new Fireworks environment, 1000 by 1000. Then I paste it here. Then I increase this so I can see properly. Clean. So all I just need to do is to create a new fash round. It doesn't have to be that big. Okay. So this Arial black fash pound, then I can change this color to exactly this one. Then they had a little dot, some stuff here, so we could also achieve that. Change the color to what they had here. Okay, so um, this is it. So it's not really necessary to make it the same width, right? Because we have space here. There is space. Okay. Once we reduce some of this, we'll have enough space for this guy to go in. So, but I think this will do. We select Control Copy, Control N. That's a new 187 by 25. So that's the size. Okay, it's not. So let's check the size. 192 by 37. Canvas 192 by 37. So we put this here. Now it doesn't necessarily mean that you must do this. You can get someone to get your logo or just get anything online to use as your logo. Remember the essence of it. So this is it. So I'm going to save it on pictures. Now I want a more better place. So let me go to the desktop. So I call it Fash Bar logo. Okay. So here we click edit. So this is what it's using. So these are the configuration for the logo. So upload image from computer. So I choose. So it's on the desktop. So I go to the desktop. So it should be somewhere here. Select. It's uploading. Uploaded. So this is it, FlashPal. So I click save. So it will come here and refresh the page. You will see that our logo would have changed. See, shifted that a bit, FlashPal. Okay. So now we've done that part. So we move to the next part. Main menu. So the main menu at this menu, right? We have here. So you edit. So this is where you have all those things you see there. So the home is already there, which is the default. Then the post style, features, pages, categories, WordPress and all that. So you would have come up with your own menu. So you replace them with these ones. So in a typical example like this, you say we'll have something like Fashpal. Let's say fashion for men, right? Well, let's say men. Then this will link to that label we talked about. Okay, to link to the label we talked about. So the label we created here was Nigeria. And usually labels are the url.com/sage/label. That's how it comes. So this is it. I'm gonna remove this to still give me the same thing. Okay, so Sage slash Lebanon slash Nigeria. Whatever level it is, you use there. So we're gonna come back here and paste the URL, right? Then we click the save button. So here was men, so we'll replace this one to men. Later we'll create a label called men. Then the second one is this, we select, we can put this women, same label, and we call it women. And this gadget, I think it was a sub menu of women. So we can delete that and delete this too. Then this, we can call it brands. So like more like fashion brands. And here we can call it accessories. More like fashion accessories. Save. Then here we can call it like people, important key people in the fashion industry. Right? So you just have to be creative. Then this download, we still call it download with designs, fashion designs or fashion designs, yeah, something like that where people can, or you could delete it. Let's just delete this guy, the last guy. So now we've done all that, we click save. So we come back here and we hit the home page. So So now that we have this, the men, women brand, so if you click on them, you see to take you to a page where content that were written on that were supposed to show. So result for men. So if you had articles that were men, tagged as men, they will all show up here. Okay, so we'll click Flashpal and go back. So now let's go back to here and customize other things further. So the next thing I want us to deal with is this bottom part, the footer. So let's go and remove the random post tags and recent posts. We don't need that. So I think it should be somewhere a random post. So this is it. So we edit and we say remove. Same thing here, tags, edit, say remove. So then recent post, we say edit, remove. So now that we've done that, we save. So now that the changes have been saved, we come back here and refresh and check. So you see, all those things are gone, giving us ample space. So the next thing we want to do is this sidebar. So let's go and work on the sidebar, which just as the structure is here now. So this is the first thing on the sidebar. I think it should be the ad. So this is the ad banner that we have there, this guy. So we might leave it for now. Then the next one, recent posts, Facebook. So I think we might remove the Facebook. This is it. Facebook, each and every one of these things are labeled so we can easily identify what is what. So then the next one is blog archive and most popular posts. We'll remove those two. Remove blog archive, remove popular post, remove search. So this search here, this is not a nice place to have a search. If you want to have a search, we should have it in a more better place. And there's even a search here at the top bar, which is more better. So due to that, we're going to remove this search. We don't need it. Remove. Okay. So this is AdSense, AdSense gadget, report abuse. We don't need this too. About me, I talked about it that we're not going to need this to remove this. So let's refresh and see how it looks like, but before then let's hit the save button. Okay, so we refresh. So you see most of those things are gone. So I don't know what this home is doing here. I think we're going to remove that. This recent post is not populating, so we'll remove that too. Remove this. Then pages. We remove pages. I don't know what pages is doing there. Probably it's the one that is showing that home. So we save to check. It's important to save and check so that you don't remove something that you would have wanted to be there. So I think the home should go. Okay, yeah, that's gone now. So what we have here is this guy, the ad here, and the categories. So this is more like the labels I talked about. On Blogger, categories are labels and they save as tags too. So now we have something more cleaner just to publish more posts. So now let's go ahead and edit the social and this social down, then this text that we have here from the authors of the team. So we come down here, social media icon. So the Instagram, Google Plus, Twitter, and Facebook. Google Plus is no more in existence, so we delete that. That's the G plus here. So if you have a social handle, Instagram. So this is going to be, I don't know if they have to put the full URL or just the tag. So let's just try. Flashpal HQ. Save. Then we save. Then we save. So once we refresh and check the URL, we'll know if it's the full URL that's required or just the handle. Okay. So now Instagram has disappeared. So which means something is not right. So I come back here and I did Flashpal. Oh, that was the name, site URL. Okay. HTTPS instagram.com/flashpal. Instagram. I think we just that one is just for the logo for the icon. So here, take this first. Twitter, twitter.com. plus Flashpal. Same thing here. So here is facebook.com Flashpal. So we save that, and I think that will give us what we want. Then there's a social icon at the top bar too. So we edit this. So yeah, apart from the social, it also has an RSS link to the RSS of the blog. So we're going to remove the G plus as usual. Then edit this to Facebook. Okay, you see. So facebook.com to Flashpal. So Twitter. Save. Then Instagram. So it's already Instagram. So we save that. Then the RSS. We can just okay. That's RSS URL is going to be flashpal.com//RSS. Save that, then we click save. Save this. Okay, so I think that was pretty simple and straightforward. So we come back here and we refresh. So G plus is gone. Instagram is there. See the URL here. Oh, there was a mistake. I Twitter instead of Twitter. Facebook RSS. So clicking the RSS URL is supposed to show you the RSS of the site, flashpal.com/RSS. So I think that's stuff. Okay. The URL has not propagated here. Okay. So these are categories, these are posts. So the developers of the team do not want you to remove their name and all that. So they didn't keep it in a place that you can easily see like we have this other element and all that. So the only way you can get that is through the theme where you edit the HTML. Okay. Then to easily find it, you just copy this text created by, then Control F. So we see we can't find that, but there's always a way to get it. See, they use a JavaScript decryptor to decrypt the whole stuff and all that. So it's not really a problem for that to be there, but there's always a way to remove it. And maybe in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do that. So in the meantime, let's go back to our custom domain and try it once again because we are waiting for that guy to propagate. Flashpal.com. Okay, same thing. So at this point, we're going to pause the video and come back again at another time, giving it some time for the domain to propagate so that we can connect the domain and have the site, the blog hosted on www.flashpal.com instead of flashpal.blogspot or flashpalhq.blogspot.com. So till then, bye for now.